Yo, what's guys, but I'm Fire here back with another video, and today we're going to be hopping into another Blitz that is one of the best in Madden 23 recently. I faced it a lot. I faced it in my last gameplay. Make sure you guys check that out. Posted it the other day in my most recent upload. But today we're going to be running the cover 2 man linebacker Blitz. I am blocking it, but it is going to be right there on the left-hand side. And this is becoming one of the best blitzes in Madden. You don't have to send a lot of people, and you can get pressure very easily. So that is the reason being. Now, personnel-wise, I would recommend getting a fast linebacker here. Now, we are using Ultimate Team. As I've stated in the comments many times, if you check them, my Ultimate Team is pretty trash. So we're working on some of the upgrades. Trust, grinding that zero chill. Once those presents come out, we will be set. Trust me on that one. But yeah, we have a couple of fast guys. Obviously, not the most ideal, but we have some good players still to peep the corners, you know. But yeah, cover 2 linebacker Blitz, and you don't really need anything else personnel-wise, so we're just going to come out in it. Now, offensively, we're going to just be running Gun Bunch. Gun Bunch is the best pass protection offense in the game. It's been that way for many years, so if a Blitz works against Gun Bunch, the likelihood is that it is going to work against any formation. So we're just going to call an inside cross play, and that will be it. Now, pretty cool that Ultimate Team practice mode is here. Let me know if you guys want to continue to see that from now on. It'll be better once my team is upgraded, of course. Or if you would rather see regs still, I'll of course be bringing the gameplays. But make sure you guys drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below if you want more of these content style blitzes. Now, the first thing that I like to do with this blitz is press. You're sending a blitz. You don't want him to get the ball off quickly. You don't want any possible quick snap man beating route. You want something to get delayed if it is going to get open. If he has a man beating route, we want it to get pressed so that it takes a little bit more time to get open. That's going to be your first rule of thumb. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do is you're actually going to shift your linebackers to the left side, and then you're going to contain. Now, Isaiah Simmons has to be in contain, so you can literally move him over a microscopic digital step, literally nothing, and you have that. And that is really it for the blitz. Now, one other step you have to do that I noticed does make a difference is kind of standing here with your user in a blitz and hovering. Now, of course, your assignment is the running back, so and this blitz does not work 100% of the time. Of course, you know me. Once I turn on the camera, the blitz just stops working. That's just fantastic. But we'll try it again here. Again, sometimes it's better to actually maybe move them out a little bit further, but I think standing here maybe helps. Let's see. And there you go. You get the blitz. Now, Kyler is going to be able to escape the pocket. He's my Ultimate Team QB. He's going to be able to escape the pocket. He'll probably be able to get the ball off on multiple occasions, but as long as you guys see the blitz working, that's really what counts. So again, take a look at our guy right here. It's going to be Darius Leonard. Your D-end is the one that gets the loop. It's not the linebacker, contrary to belief. It is going to generally be Darius Leonard for this particular blitz, and he is just going to get right through the middle there, or right around the edge. So again, basically you actually kind of block these guys, and Isaiah Simmons does get free as well. If he were to stay in the pocket, Isaiah Simmons does get free. He doesn't really get blocked by anybody. Yeah, of course, he's bumping around with a couple of bodies there, but he's not ultimately blocked. So you see that we force Kyler to roll out the pocket right into, and again, we have the contain on the right side, which is of course helpful, and that is that. So again, just for this first setup, we're running stock man-to-man coverage. Nothing too complicated with that. Now, when you're in dollar and you're running stock man-to-man coverage and you're not base aligned, you do notice that you have all three of these. You have 3 cornerbacks on the right side, 1 on the left against bunch specifically. So kind of a tell that you're running man. You don't have to do that necessarily. Maybe I'll audible and switch it around, but again, it shouldn't affect the blitz regardless what you do. Again, seems like the blitz works better when you just kind of stand here rather than actually be hovered. Again, you can't get pissed off that the blitz doesn't work when you're rushing only 4 people against a 5-man protection. So again, you don't really have the right to be angry about that. Unfortunately, we seem to do that, but let's see if we can get the blitz working here. And there again, we get him working. Kyler's just throwing it to par him every single play. But overall, you see the blitz is working. That's good. Now let's go over some other adjustments that I would maybe do with this. Now, first things first, when we're running this blitz, again, it seems that the blitz works better when you're kind of hovering over here on the right. That does seem to be the case from my experimental judgments. So that does seem to be the case. And for for that to be the case, we have a couple of things. The first one being we don't have anybody man up on the running back because our user is defending the running back. Now, if that's the case, one of my favorite adjustments to do is something like this, where you're going to I would probably bring McKinney down a little bit, but you're going to do something like this where you man up that outside corner on the running back and then you man up the safety on the wide receiver. You can, of course, go vice versa, but then the wheel route is just so open that it's very easy for him to throw that. He could literally throw Bo Jackson on a wheel route, snap throw it, and we know how that goes in this game. Very easy to pick up yards that way. So to prevent that, you put your outside corner, Randy Moss in this case actually, on him, and that should kind of prevent that from really happening. So that is a way to counteract the running back. And again, him being on this little inside route could throw it off. But again, you see blitz comes through, Kyler is flushed to that the right-hand side, and everything is taken care of. As far as man coverage over here, he's on a little C route. He's defended actually pretty dang well by Xavier McKinney, so not really too much to worry about over there. And again, letting the blitz do its job. That is one way to do it. Now, you also have a safety on that right side. If you don't want to waste him in a deep blue, what you can do is either put him in a middle third or a yellow or a curl flat. You can do a couple of different things. So I would set up like this with A. Again, I can get some help against things like corner routes that are popular man coverage beaters. If I do want to just defend like a streak, we could throw him in that deep zone, or we can even put him in a yellow to help defend against in routes or crossers or posts, those deep vertical routes. If you really wanted to, again, you could maybe man him up on somebody, who knows. But you have a couple of different options, and again, if you want him to kind of run that middle of the field to defend it like a deep post, you could do that. Because again, rushing 4, if your pressure does not come free, you're not really going to get pressured. You have 2 contains on the field, so he's going to have a little bit of time. I would probably go this, and then I would look deep with my responsibility. Oh. And there you see we finally get that hit on the QB. Since we put the curl flat over there, Kyler was unable to throw it to Parham like he's been doing on every single rep. So you love to see that adjustment. Again, just taking a look at the replay here. Very simple loop. And again, the left tackle really gets locked. He actually ends up picking up Simmons, which is fine. Simmons ends up switching that role. Again, he's on our contain, which is you want. And then you see Darius Leonard ends up getting free there. So that is a nice way to run it there. All right, now we have pretty much one more other way that you could do it if you wanted to, and that would be kind of a riskier thing you could do. But if you actually wanted to, what you could do here is kind of turn into a cover 2 on that left side. And then you could kind of do something like this where you actually end up using someone, or actually, never mind. You could just use the same guy. I'm tripping, but we're going to turn into a cover 2 on the left. And this is a complicated adjustment. It could work situationally. I'm sure you could understand that against things like C routes. Get Simmons in our contain, and then what we're going to do is get this guy in the middle third, because if Jamar Chase is on any route going deep from left to right, he would, of course, pass over and get open, so having him in that zone works. You could also leave him in the deep half if you want. I would prefer this, but, again, either works, and it just depends situationally. Now, again, really, Bo Jackson taking care of if it's on the flat. If it is on the middle of the field, we're going to have to watch it, which we will probably in this case. Blitz doesn't get through. I don't understand how Eric Allen doesn't play that, by the way. I think he gets bumped by someone, who knows, but that is pretty stupid how he's not getting open. But yeah, I mean, you guys can just get creative with it like that. Again, probably the best bet would be either just doing something like this if you're going to use it the whole running back, or if you don't want to do it, again, you could run it like this. And then you can play the middle of the field, whatever. So those are kind of your 2 main options, in my opinion. Boom, we get that incomplete pass. So again, you see just how little time he has. These routes are clearly not developed down the field, and he's getting hit when he throws on a pretty routine basis. Again, QBs don't even seem to really move that fast, and I'm assuming most of you guys have a better linebacker than this 86 overall Darius Leonard coming off the edge. So I think you'd be able to get there a little bit faster. Most people using guys like Elway anyway, who can't really move. So they have to have really good pocket presence if they're doing this. You have to really double team that D end, that D tackle, step up in the pocket, or you can also motion snap, do things like that. Again, there are ways to block it, but you're only rushing 4, so you're not really hurt if he does block it. Anyways, that's going to do the video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.